Yellow. Ha, get it? The yellow like sunshine. So, good morning, afternoon, or evening, and this is Sending Sunshine with your one and only sunshine, besides when you see outside, of course, where I hope to send you some love, light, and laughter through my reflections, stories, and antics. And if you keep watching, you will see that I got enough of them. And on this occasion, I'll be sharing with you my 3 takeaways from Pastor Michael Todd's Relationship Goals Reloaded series. He's been uploading it to YouTube to coincide with his book, and my reflections will coincide with his sermons. If you like to watch it, I can link it so that you can watch it after this. His sermon is about an hour long. This will not be that long. It'll just be my top 3 reflections from watching the series. So whether you're a believer or not, I feel like there's always some advice that we can take from it. Whether you're interested in relationships, some real life application, or if you're just like, oh, she's kind of cute, she has a great smile. So stay tuned. If you watch the sermon and there's something that stuck out to you that I didn't mention, you can let me know down below. If there's something that I said that resonates with you, you can let me know down below. If you're like, this is complete trash, who is she? That's fine, you can let me know respectfully. You don't have to be spicy in the comments. I don't even like spicy food, I tolerate it, but it's not my forte. But whatever the cause, let me know, let's connect, and let's get started. So to give you a recap, a synopsis, Michael Todd, or MT as I will abbreviate him for my own sake, his sermon in a nutshell: read the manual before you touch the product. He tells us that the principles of God should be the guiding force in our relationships. They help simplify life and protect life. If we want the relationships that God has ordained for us to have, the ones that we get on our knees and pray about, the ones we cry about, the ones that we think we see in the media and on social media, we should read the manual being, the Bible. Because a lot of us, we see these quote-unquote hashtag relationship goals, but we really don't know what we're aiming for when we get that picture in our mind. What is it really that we're aiming for? So in order to know how we should operate in relationships, we should read the manual, which is the Bible. So my takeaway number 1 from the sermon: knowledge is everything. It is everything. It is everything. Everything. How many times has that been our excuse? Oh, I didn't know. Girl, I didn't know that was happening. Bruh, I didn't know. We just didn't know. But on a lot of occasions, we can know. MT says that the more principles of God we know, the less we'll have to question about what to do. You understand the playbook, you know what your next move should be. And we pay out a lot of time. We spend a lot of money paying other people to do things that we could do ourselves. But sometimes we just don't care, we're too lazy, or we don't take the time to educate ourselves about the things that affect our own lives. I mean, it's understandable. I'm not going to change my own oil. I could, but I'm not. Some of us can do our own taxes. Some of us pay other people to do it. Some things are just, in our minds, easier, a less risk if we pay other people to do it. But it's honestly more beneficial and more rewarding if we take the time to learn these things ourselves. Also, read the manual. You have to read the manual. You have to read the manual to understand how to operate the things that you're dealing with. For example, your car maybe. Do you really read the manual for your car? I felt guilty at that very second because I had to read the manual on how to turn my car on. Listen, though it's a push to start, it is a hybrid. If you don't have a hybrid car, then you don't know what I'm feeling. The car was on. I didn't know. I thought it was off. I kept pressing the button 5-6 times because I didn't know. Listen, I didn't read the manual. So what was I doing? Stalling in the parking lot. I know, it's crazy. Listen, if you have a hybrid, you know. You wouldn't know I was driving past you because what? It's silent. It's okay. Because you know what helped me? Reading the manual. But you have to read the manual. When's the last time you actually read the manual for something? You know, we buy something new, look at the instructions, be like, got it. Get halfway through and we get stuck. And they're like, oh, where'd the instructions go? Oh, threw it in the trash. Then we end up using YouTube, Google, phoning a friend to figure out how to fix this problem that we have now because we didn't take the time to read the manual before we started. Not halfway through, before we started. That's why it's there. Additionally, so he uses the example of a cell phone. It does hundreds of operations, but we probably only use it for about 6, 8, 10. I'm still figuring out things that my phone can do, and it's a shame because I've had it for 2 years. But you know, I didn't read the menu. I looked at it and like, let me rip the plastic off. Hello, you know. So we're paying a lot. We're paying a lot of money for things that we're not getting the full benefit of. What else could we be enjoying and exploring if we would have read the manual first to figure out how the things that we use on a daily basis, how we can use it to their full potential. So on this last knowledge is everything tip, we fall and fail for our lack of knowledge because we don't know all that we could. The enemy can keep us hostage in the dark. Whatever area of your life that's dark, whether it's a relationship, school, your job, just your personal self, get some knowledge and let that light in. Get some knowledge and let that light in so that there won't be a whole bunch of shenanigans happening on that you can control but are out of your control because you didn't take the time to get to know them, to understand, to get the knowledge and the know-how in order to handle them. Yeah? No? Maybe so? Alright. So moving along to point number 2. Anything that is not a principle is just an opinion. For the people in the back. Anything that is not a principle is just an opinion. And there's so many of them. You're listening to mine right now. But we have social media, which is huge. The news, huge right now. Family, friends, reviews, there are opinions everywhere. And what's really influencing them? I know, like celebrities, boom, everybody is known as a celebrity. Just because they have success in one area doesn't mean that they have success in all areas. But we try and imitate them, what they say to do, what they say to buy. We feed into it, we take it, and we think that we expect to get similar results. But listen, their lives and our lives are completely different. And you really have to break it down and not just take what they say verbatim, but really see what's influencing them. And it made me think of a question. Are we seeking validation in people and things that can't really give them to us? A lot of times we look to people and things for validation versus looking to God, looking within ourselves. Yeah, yes, no, maybe so. Moving on. So, to my last point, number 3. We are almost out of here, guys. And this one, right across the face, it got to me. You know when someone tells you something and you can't even be mad, you just have to, you know, you're right. Those moments, this was that moment for me. And Todd, MT, he says that if we want our relationships to work, we need to follow the instructions of the manufacturer. Yeah. If we go to Home Depot and buy something and it says do not put this product in direct sunlight, don't put it in high heat environments, don't do that because you know what? It's going to blow up. If you have like a hair product, a hair appliance, you're in the bathroom and it says do not drown this product, this appliance in water. Don't use it near running water. Don't do that because you know what? It's going to blow up. You know, maybe I'm being, follow the instructions. So I'm gonna quote him as just as I wrote it in my little journal. Story time with Sunshine. It says, some of the peace you need is found in the principles you keep. You pray for peace, but don't have it because you don't have principles. You let anybody in because you have no standards. They break you, then you ask God to heal you and give you peace. But you would have had it all along if you had lived by the principle. Yeah, you're right. I can't even argue. can't even argue. And I think this goes with a mirage of situations. If we would have just, had principles in place, and this, whatever your principles are, if you had the right principles in place in the beginning, it would have blocked, I'm gonna be real, it would have blocked a lot of bull from popping off later on. But sometimes, we don't think about the consequences. We don't think about what if, what's gonna happen. We're just in the moment. But when we're in that pit, it's hard to see anything else but what's going on in that pit. There's the whole world out there, but when you're in that second place, that vulnerable, broken, depressive, negative place, it's hard to see anything else. It's hard to imagine anything else. And that's where we make our worst decisions. There are some people that make it out, they're resilient off the bat, and they go on and do great things. They make the right choices. That's not me. And that may not be you. Some of us need to just roll around in the dirt a little bit before we can finally stand up, get up, and brush ourselves off to make our way out of that pit. But just know that even though it doesn't feel like it, there is hope. There is much more to your life currently than your pit. There's always a way out. There's always a way out for you. And you may not believe it. I didn't believe it, but it takes time. Sometimes you gotta take it day by day. Take it hour by hour. And take it minute by minute. Sometimes that's all we have, but there is absolutely more to your story. There's more to my story. There's more to life. Do not stay there. And easier said than done. Easier said than done. But it is absolutely possible to come out of that pit. The decisions that you make don't disqualify you from winning in life. Your past doesn't disqualify you or take you out of your future. Yeah, it may look like you effed up and that there's no way this can be fixed, but there is always a way. God can always turn your mess and turn it into something beautiful. You can take your mess and turn it into something beautiful. Get the light that you need back into your life. Read the manual. Stick to your guns and do not give up. There's always, always, always a better ending. Even if you don't see a better, don't believe me. There's nothing good in life. There's always something. There's always more to the story. Got a little more deep than I wanted to. There's always more to the story. You're not alone. There's always someone else going through a similar situation, whether you know it or not, but you are not alone. # you are not alone. You are not alone. So whatever the situation, however your relationship looks like, however you look like at the present moment, know that this is not the end. Even if it feels like it, you don't believe in anything good, anything positive, that you can get any better, that is a lie. That is not the truth. There is always better, even if you don't think better could exist for you. It's always better. Always sunshine outside of your dark and sunken place. So that's all, folks. You have made it to the end. You have made it through all of my hullabaloo. Thank you for riding with me. And those were my 3 big takeaways and reflections from Pastor Michael Todd's Relationship Goals Reloaded series, Part 1, Read the Manual before you touch the product. Hey. So if you want to connect, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can catch me on social media. If you like the video, let me know by liking. If you'd like to see more of me, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to watch Pastor Michael Todd's sermon on Relationship Goals Part 1, you can absolutely do so by clicking. If you would like to see some more of me, you can also go to the next video. There's no problem with that. So until next time, love, peace, light, and donuts.